Yeah. Nah, not today. Long may it continue still. But I guess it just shows like the weasel that he is kind of.
Yeah.
And it seems like he's kind of squirming. Like he's rattled. He doesn't know what to do now that like the power's been taken away.
They were saying that he wanted to hot up people that fuck with him behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
don't want to like be public about it. So they were like, he wants to
snitch.
Yeah.
You'll come on my podcast and snitch.
Like,
Like,
big platform again.
yeah, it's butters, man. It's butters.
I think I see a clip of him doing an interview with some woman. I don't know who she is. It might have been even like one of them promoted ads or something.
Oh, okay.
And he was talking about how he caught like them Treyway man or whoever, like fucking his baby mom. I'm just like, bro, just like, how long is this gonna run? Like we know the story, or we know parts of it, or we know what you've done. Like after a while, no one cares. And it's not even like your music was that cold. Like we can give you a little bly or be like, yeah, all right, cool. Like
we'd happily not
like go away. Like, we're cool if you don't come back and do this music thing ever.
Yeah, that's butters, man.
Like if streaming weren't a thing, no one's buying an album.
Nah, you're not spending money on that.
Nah.
And then streams again. It's like you could get a stream farm to just get all your computers to play the music a million times, which is weird. Back to the podcasting thing. Do you think Pride would get in the way of Budden signing to Charlemagne's platform?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Especially as them that have like actual. It's like a competitive relationship, but I think the men both respect each other. They respect each other's game, so to speak. So it shouldn't.
It's 50-50, but it'll be like a Jay Niles thing, innit?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I was gonna say. You shouldn't really let Pride get in the way of anything.
I think you need to look at the deal, but in isolation. If someone who wasn't Charlemagne gave you this deal,
because if the deal makes bare sense, the reason why you're saying no is kind of mad.
Pride's there to like protect you, innit? Really, that's what it's for. Like, yeah, it protects the ego, man. Like you shouldn't be involved at all.
Pride's mad. Pride's.
Let's talk about it, bro. Mike said Pride's mad.
It is, fam.
Yeah, Pride, ego, it's the enemy, fam. One of the best books I've read.
Yeah, I remember. I keep seeing it pop up in my in feeds and
Ego's
stuff.
the enemy. I can't remember the author's name.
Yeah, I read that time ago. So.
That's the enemy.
I read that very quick.
Yeah, you sure? Yeah.
Slap that on us. Yeah, mad.
Oh, what are you saying? It's mad book.
Yeah, really good book. It just goes through previous, or it gives examples in the past where like noble figures and man that people will know in history, during history, that have let like their ego slide.
Oh, let it slide, cold.
And even like
let it slide. I was gonna say like it was gonna be examples where it got in the way.
That's cold.
I think there might be. I read it. It's probably 2 years ago now when I read it. But yeah, really good book.
Is it? Can you think of any of the examples?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
I think it might have been one of my bringings even. But yeah, even like in my own life. I guess not like I'm not like an egotistical kind of person anyway. Prideful-ish, but never let it, I guess, judge or sort of cloud
your judgment.
My judgment. But then even like in certain things, you kind of think like I should like really like blow off or like go mad over what's happened, but that's just, I guess, my ego saying like, just go a little bit mad, like
Pride,
But then it's like, it's just nah, I'm cool, I'm chilling.
I'm gonna send this clip to Kenny, yeah.
Don't let pride get the best of you.
Sometimes you go.
It's like, I think I might have said it on the podcast time ago. You know, if he was in school and that, and they'll be like, it takes a bigger man to walk away. Like as I got older, I was like, I proper clocked it. Like it takes more strength like to walk away than to like just let your pride get the best of you and fight or whatever.
Because you're like a lot of the time you'd be doing it for the voices on the side that are saying fight, fight, but they're not putting.
He's bullied me or whatever. Now Pride's kicked
put on a show like for me, and then you're there, buttons all ripped up and that.
It's mad.
Your fists.
School jumper.
All like that. All because Pride fam. Yeah, I've always been like that. To be fair, like nothing really bothers me, man. Yeah, I can't say I'm too.
Can you lot think of a moment where you've either or really where you've let pride get in the way, or you've just let it slide? Where like you had every right to make this a thing, but you said, I've
grown to be very like that, like
to be less prideful.
Yeah, just to let things slide. I don't really care about anything. Not in that way. I mean, like I just whatever in it. I just like okay, cool. In terms of pride getting the better of me, I can't think of anything on top of my head. I'm sure there is. I don't know if anyone else has anything.
I don't really have, because I've been that way for ages. But yeah, I do think back to one example in school. It would have been ages ago, and it's similar to that. Do you remember Jack Liz? He was in my class. He's kind of tall, ginger.
Yeah.
We were having some like stupid like back and forth. It's early on in school.
What year are you in, by the way?
It's like year 7.
Oh, early.
So pride is a thing, innit? You're trying to put yourself on the map, whatever. And like we're arguing, but like it's someone I shouldn't be arguing with, innit? But then like the class is finished and like people are talking, whatever, and like he's gone round the stairs, and I've caught him by the stairs and I'm holding him like that, and he's taller than me, innit? And then
like he's better tall.
He's better tall.
At that age, he's better.
Yeah. But I'm like holding him like some little man, like holding this big kid, like. And then he weren't really on nothing, and I was like, "This is bare shit." And I always remember, I was like, "That was bare dumb. Why did you do that?" Like for these voices, like. And I still remember exactly the setup of school, everything, how I caught him. But like, I didn't harm him apart from that. But I was like, "That's just bare dumb."
Like you clocked.
Don't do that again.
I didn't need to do that. Yeah.
I had some stiff words with myself.
It's funny when you said school, something popped in my head that you obviously remember.
I know what you're gonna say.
I can't remember what it's lower school, so
year 8 was
probably year 8. So we're walking in like the play. I think we're going to like I think it's English. So we're walking in towards that direction. So you got to walk across. It's like 2 blocks. So you got the old block and like the new block. So we're walking across the playground.
Open playground.
It's only a couple of people walking from class to class.
It's kind of like an elder, isn't it? So
yeah.
If you're in any of these buildings here or in the new block, the playground is like the amphitheater and it's surrounded by these buildings.
So if you look out, you'll see the whole playground, everything.
Yeah.
So it's
Sounds
me.
like an amphitheater.
It was like it.
So it's me, one girl in our. It's me, Pab, and one girl in our form. And I can't remember why it happened, but we was walking, and I think we were like chatting, like boys chatting shit to her or whatever. And then I can't remember which way round it happened, but I think one of us put the arm round one man, and then I think it might have been me, it might have been the ego, whatever, but then the other one's obviously done the same thing. So now we're in like a double headlock kind of thing. I'm like, and the reason I say it is because we're like I was the best man at his wedding. So like we're like mad close. So for that, and now we're like tussling on the floor.
But I can remember being in like French, and everyone's at the window, and you see it.
And like for me and him, and how we are as people, and how we were in school anyway, like that's not supposed to happen.
Didn't make no sense. Like.
Didn't make any sense. Like Les and Pab like beefing. Like there were no punches, bro. Nothing like that. It was just like scuffing.
Drapes in, like.
Just mad drapes in.
Drapes. I remember good old drapes, man.
But I guess the ego thing was, and then there's a little bit after. It's you've done that to me, and like Dan say, you're aware of where you are, and you're young and you're in school. So I'm not gonna let him. Regardless of who you are to me, I'm not gonna let you prick me. So right, we're gonna do this tussling thing. So then we've done that, yeah, whatever. Then we've gone like head teacher's office, blah blah. I think we spoke for like a day. So then like, at yard in my head, I'm thinking, nah, fuck, like Pab, like whatever, like that's bare shit, like whatever, like not chatting to him. So I've not like messaged him, not said nothing. And again, that's just ego, just being like, like, nah, you can't do that to me. I'm not saying nothing. Like, yeah. But then he's obviously messaged me saying like, right, like, what happened? Like, what was that about? Then obviously everything's obviously settled after that. But yeah, I think there's probably many small moments after that in my older adult life that's happened. But when Dan mentioned school, that popped in my head. That popped in my head.
Like everyone's like, I don't know how.
So funny.
But it's like the whole school was watching.
Yeah.
So funny. Too funny.
Too big.
You saying that has made me think back to a moment. Mike was there as well. Mike's always fucking telling me this. Like, every couple of years, Mike will bring it up. But this is one where it was my pride, but I was protecting my pride, but I feel I was justified in it.
Fair.
So Mike knows.
There's a couple, but I think I know.
I want to hear what your other couples are. So we used to do this thing, you go to tuck shop or whatever. Don't ask me why. Panda Pops were the drink in it. What actually happened to them? I don't know. They probably like crack or some shit. Innit?
Candy floss flavor.
Controlled substance.
So everyone, I don't know why we were doing this, but it's
Bear
school
down.
shit. What is this? Year 7, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like this is within the first like 3 months of year 7. We're by the Patball wall, where man used to get me. We used to do bits.
London champion.
Crazy.
Regional champion.
Man.
So we didn't do
We used
like
to
this
shake
Panda
it
Pop
in.
thing. You shake it up and then you scrape the bottom and it squirts out Panda Pop and like it is what it is, isn't it?
Champagne
That's
spray,
why,
fam.
man. Spending their money and spraying drink away from.
So man, I've done that now, yeah.
And then drinking it from the bottom, like after you.
And then after like it gets to a certain bit and it's like, all right, I'm not gonna waste my whole drink. I'm actually thirsty. And then you drink it, yeah. But for whatever reason, I've basically finished the drink now. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna throw this up in the air, innit? Like some drinks gonna go some places. Like, kind of is what it is, isn't it? And then this prick, Mustafa, yeah. And I don't really remember Mustafa. I don't remember ever really chatting to him, nothing.
He was there
But
for that one
check
day.
it, you're on my Patball call. I bash man up, and you wanna come and chat shit. So I said, he's like, if that gets on me, watch.
Okay.
I said, all right. now I'm throwing it extra high, like. So I'm throwing it up. And I don't know what colour it was, but a bit's gone in. I remember he had a shot jacket, and it was like a weird kind of light blue kind of one you could get.
Okay.
So a bit's gone in his shot jacket, and he's like, oh, like I don't know what he said, but he's been like, oh, it's on now kind of thing. So I said, all right, let's go.
Richie got the tech out.
Fam, like proper boxing stance.
All the tech.
Boom, 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 like, and then like I don't know how. I think it was probably like 8 punch combination. And he's like, oh no, like I didn't know you was on it like that.
Man, we're talking about the tech
For years, like.
if I were like bantering big man,
You're the American. Let me at it.
But yeah, looking back on it now, yeah, like my pride was definitely there. Like it was young, didn't need to have. Don't know why I was even scraping it on the wall.
and he's too.
Throwing it up on the throwing it up on the in the sky, all of that. But he said like, "Raw, if you do that, there's gonna be consequences." I said, "If you're gonna do that, there's gonna be consequences."
Yeah.
So I kind of like it was especially year 7. I had to set a precedent. So I don't.
Bare funny, fam.
I don't think pride got in the way. Like it was the reason, and it didn't need to be, but like it was important because that solidified me, innit?
It was a moment.
Never had any problems.
You to pour drink on people after that.
It was a moment.
You don't want the 8.
Every
You had a
break
couple
time.
swings early.
Yeah, no, and I'm looking back, I think they were important swings still.
Yeah, the couple.
What was the other one you was thinking of?
One in science.
I had a swing in science. With who?
Someone in my class.
Oh, I know, he's with Alex.
Yeah.
That man, looking back on that, I think that man rushed me still.
I thought that was a decent little. I remember.
Do you
there was
remember? You've
couple
got a cold
blows.
memory. What I remember is
There was a couple blows.
I remember how it started and everything in the science corridor.
Yeah.
That man was slapped it on David Coppin, innit?
Yeah.
That's what they was chiefing up David, and I was like, I don't even know these football pricks, yeah. Like we are the top boys in the thing.
David from
Man can't beat up David.
Yeah.
I've known David from primary school. I'm walking through science by myself. I'm going to my class.
That's primary.
Yeah, I know David from primary. Yeah. And I've seen him, and Phil was there. What was that other youth? The short youth. Lambros. Yeah. Them man are there. It's me one. I said, no, fuck this man can't disrespect David. So the way I remember, I run up to like Alex and I boxed him. But I feel like I've kind of hit him, but then I've like headlocked him, and then we've gone down.
I remember there was a few swings like.
So what do you? Because I remember that.
There was teachers and like there was swings like.
And then
it was this. Like
I remember us going down, and then like after that, I remember Daniel Grant's cousin like picking us up, and then I got taken to the head teacher's office. Like,
you got excluded for that for like a day or something like that as well.
I don't know, maybe.
It's very funny because I don't see Rich as like that guy. Like, you're like a not passive, but just
how dare you? Passive. No, but.
I guess
it's different, and that I guess I'm that guy because of that. But then also, I think a lot of it's. I was the only person that went from my primary school.
Oh yeah.
Well, David actually, but David left in primary school, so I think I had a lot to prove, really, when I pre it. Yeah, and I remember when I first got to secondary school. In a way, I was like, why did I fucking choose to come here? I remember being on the first day, man, I letting off fireworks. I'm like, this is actually, this is like a fucking war zone, man. This is a war zone, man.
That first,
I had a scrap on the first day.
Yeah, Jermaine.
I backed Jermaine.
Jermaine had a mad scrap.
When I pre it, but like, it's actually mad. Like, I didn't really know Jermaine. We've known each other for like a four. What's the class called? A period. We've known him for like 1-2 periods.
That's first break time.
He's got into a passer.
Great start.
Where the thing is, we're just walking around.
By the same wall.
By the same wall. We're just following, like, we don't really have friends here, innit? So you're just following, man. We're in the same class. And then he's got into a beef, and I'm like, bro, I can't let man get beat up by 2 year 8s, the 2 fat Somalian youths. They tried to say on him. I was like, no way, like. But that's why I'm calm. That's why I'm calm these days.
I remember Ferry will come, take a man to the office.
Yeah.
Everyone's following them to the office. I was thinking, secondary school, massive.
Wild, innit? Yeah. Deep end shit.
The first, like, Guy Fawkes or whatever, fireworks in the corridor. Like, everyone's.
I was like, this is dangerous.
Yes, man.
I couldn't believe what I was getting myself into.
Man smoking in the corner, like year 10 smoking. Like, it's mad.
It's actually mad.
Yeah, pride's mad. But like I said, now, if I don't care about anything, it doesn't matter to me. I just let things, I'm just like, yeah.
It's better too, man. It's better for you.
Like things like road rage, I do not get. Like,
I've had it.
Yeah.
I've definitely had it, but I catch myself in it. I'm like, we doing, Rich?
Yes.
Like,
yeah, when I get vexed or angry, it's because like you're wrong. Like
you're wrong.
Mm.
It's when someone's doing something that's blatantly stupid
and they're not accepting of it.
Most things slide now. Yeah.
I guess it comes with age, bro.
And do you know what? There's a song on Kano's album. Not on, what was this one called? The latest one. Hoodies All Summer. This one's from Made in the Manor.
About the brother. He's talking about falling out with a friend.
It's called. I don't know if the song's called I don't think it's called Reception.
No.
But he's talking about like he's chatting to a man on the phone. And the phone cuts out, and then they kind of fall out because of that. But all it was,
he hung up, and
all it was bad reception. So I clock when there's like bad reception, not because of the phone, just in interactions. You think it's this way? I think it's that way.
Yeah.
The reality is, none of us have spoken to each other about it, and we've got psychological beef now.
Damn, I always say that to her.
And I don't let
when she's talking about situations or scenarios, I always do provide like the balance and say possibly it's that, you know.
Yeah.
I'm interpreting it in it as one particular way, but she might be thinking I didn't respond, so he's taking it another way. But they like the conversation weren't mad. There was no beef. Like it was just a conversation we had, and it just ended. It just happened to have ended that way. What would
you've basically been in the same situation. Look at it like a fight happening, right? And you've both gone out thinking one person's won, the other person's won. You've got two completely different perspectives on the same event. In like communication, that's no good. That's not good. It's like if I say, or even like the way man use the word love. I come in, you man, love.
Yeah.
If I go to some brother at work, he's from a completely different place. I say, love, bro. He might be like,
it's Richie here.
Like, is he into me? Like, what's going on there? So I think communication, you have to have the same understanding. If you haven't, you've unsuccessfully communicated.
And I think if it's not there, that you have to provide that understanding. And for me, I'd like just get clarity in it. Like if it's playing on your mind, and you're thinking, oh, maybe she thought it was this. Like you have to explain, like, no, I actually meant this.
But pride
And your pride can get in the way of that.
Texting to say,
Yeah, send me, So send me, so it's been a probably.
What? Did you read that book or what, fam?
Gotta get that.
I gotta read that again. That's the off.
Skim
I told you.
So yeah, so it ended, but it ended in a weird, for me anyway. It ended in a weird way. But then, I guess part of me kind of
Ross and Rachel thing, are they on a break or?
No one watches Friends.
Come on.
References of shoom.
Come on.
Yeah.
Right
Listeners, listen. I mean, watch, fam.
So it ended in a weird way for me. But then in my head, it just kind of makes me feel like, alright, that's where, like the conversation we were having, the way it ended, let me know that that's where that person was. So then I'm not really, and there's a lot of context to it.
There was
which
an
I can't
assumption.
There's
now.
clearly.
Yeah.
But where it ended, I've never felt like but it ended that way. So like, what does that mean? Like, alright, cool. You're like, it's never been that. It's just been like, right, like it's a bit odd.
It's just a bit immediate.
I hear you.
Like, you probably.
You want the clarity though. Not, and I don't mean the clarity of what and all of that stuff. Like a lot of people often want in a relationship or the ending of it, whatever. But just, I think it's important to know.
Closure.
Sorry, closure is what most people want.
I said clarity, but closure like is where you're kind of both at peace with where it's been left.
Whatever the
doesn't
decision is.
seem like
For
whatever reason, misinterpretation.
And I think the conversation was weirdly it was closure without it, because that's a weird conversation. Like, how did that conversation ever end?
Oh,
it's
so
just
booky.
like have a nice day. Like, it's just how there's no good way that anyone would want it. I assume would want it to end. So it had to end at some point. It's just the way it did.
The intention of the conversation was to provide closure, but it didn't get there.
Bingo. But then when the conversation stopped,
Dr. Phil over there.
when the conversation stopped, was just a bit like, that's a bit odd. But
I'll do a rerun,
Yeah, sometimes I think it's just. Let's have.
Charge up your phone.
Yeah, we need to.
Action.
We might not like the outcome.
yeah,
That's irrelevant. But let's make sure that this isn't. You don't want it to be a misunderstanding. Because if it's a misunderstanding,
it's always open. Like,
it's
you can't really
like
you can move on from it, but
there's always a what if or there's curiosity or maybe we were just in a bad place, and over time you'll be like, oh, we was in a bad space. That, and like talking from personal experience, I'm like, yeah, that was poor fucking communication.
Toxic.
Yeah. Sometimes, and then just having like hindsight or some space and like looking back at a situation, even what we're saying with this pride stuff, in the moment, often you're not aware of it. You need that distance, that time, that space from the event to really pre it properly. Properly.
Yeah, I'd do a rerun, man.
See what's up.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just want to be understood, man. There's nothing like speaking.
Fam, like a 3-year-old that's nearly getting his words, but he can't get it out. It's
Bro, it's bare frustrating. And even then as an adult, I'm like, bro, I've had hour-long, I say conversations, they're more arguments, trying to say this, but you won't understand me. Like, I've said it, like...
It reminds me of that KDB thing where, let me talk! Let me talk!
Like, you can say some things, like, in a million ways, like, and for whatever reason, it's just not hitting, but somewhat it's the other person's understanding, somewhat is your ability to convey a message, but you want to buck heads that are like at some kind of understanding or it's fucked.
But yeah, that's
communication, fam. It's key.
Mike, you're like all the buzzwords, isn't it? You're full of it today, isn't it?
jargon on
I read the book.
Yeah, funny.